Episode of Big Fat Arts. I'm Kaye Sera. Isn't it bizarre? Of course, we are right in the middle of Midsumma, and in fact, we're 2 weeks into the 5th word is out. I'm going to hold that up and see if you can just get a shot of it. This is a little a festival for writers. So joining us in the studio are, I think, the curators. Can I call you curators or coordinators?
Facilitators.
Facilitators. It's a very 90s word.
Yeah.
Rowland and Crusader from Hares and Hyenas Bookshop. Welcome to Big Fat Arts.
Thank you.
And also joining us on a little bit of a panel is a face that is of no stranger here on Bent TV, Carolyn Hamilton. Carolyn, Carolyn, can I start with you? You're actually one of the writers. You're contributing to this festival.
Yeah, I write as well. Yes.
What a woman of many talents you are.
I started writing years and years ago because it's kind of a therapy thing. So, and then because I'm a bit crazy, and I just started performing at spoken word events, and then it kind of rolled on from there. I got asked back to do some other ones, and then I thought, this is a good idea, and just kept on going, really.
Yeah, because you have a performance background, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that big a leap. But I kind of wonder whether it was a situation of how everyone keeps a little diary, but not all diaries are to be performed or read out. Were you a bit concerned about exposing yourself to that degree?
No, I think I'm constantly exposing myself in a literary sense. I think I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about putting my thoughts down on paper and telling people about that. It can be taken in any kind of way. It doesn't have to be from an actual drug experience. It can be about an addictive nature, or it can be people who have been affected by drugs, and so you've been affected by that. It's anything that's kind of influenced by drugs, and so I kind of went, me. And it might not. It might be Panadol, or it might not be.
Yeah, aspirin. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Intoxicating, My Drug Affair. It's on the 2nd of February, and actually performing at Barracuda, and that is an event that's part of the 5th word is out. Because there are some big stars in this one.
Yes.
Joan Nessa will have already performed. She's over specifically for Midsumma. Fabulous big lesbian historian.
Oh yeah, lesbian historian and archivist and writer. She's written one of the pioneers in many ways of writing about sex, because she's been incredibly open both about her own sex life and about the sex lives of other people. Mm-hmm. And people have really responded to her books. She's a hero of just so many people. Like, since she's been coming out here to Australia, women in the shop just go gaga when they know she's here. Splash is like the big four of the new Australian writers, basically, that we're presenting this time. We've got Peter Werrett, who's going to be reading from Desire Lines, which was an autobiography that him and his brother, Richard Werrett, a very well-known gay director and entrepreneur, their biography, like autobiography, is an incredible story about sort of cross-dressing, alcoholism, abuse in a family, and also one of them growing up gay and the other one growing up heterosexual and cross-dressing.
Because the fascinating thing that Peter is actually heterosexual,
very much
cross-dressers,
so,
and comes from a family of cross-dressers.
Yes.
So I'm sure that we'd have a lot to talk about, he and I. But what a fascinating subject for a book, isn't it, really?
It is. Yeah.
And so Peter's one of the speakers?
Yep, he's on with Wayne King, who's coming down from Sydney, who probably is the only gay Aboriginal male writer that we've identified in Australia.
Published, yeah.
Yeah, published.
Oh, God, that's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's pretty incredible. I mean, being the sole voice, there's a lot of pressure, I suppose, on him, but he's a really interesting writer, wrote a great book.
And so that's Splash.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving, because Not So Rapid Fire will have already been on.
Okay.
I'm hoping to actually have some footage of this to put to air at a later date, but Rapid Fire Fruit Cocktail is also coming up this week, and that's on the 3rd of February.
That's right, yeah.
That's Wednesday.
Wednesday night, 12 writers, 6 minutes each. We're pretty strict about the timing, as Karen would know. From
definitely. It's like you're up there and you're thinking, you know, is the 6 minutes up? I don't know. So you're reading, you know, and it's really quick. As soon as you're up
yourself
there,
to start with.
You have to. I mean, basically, I did anyway.
Everybody does.
Yeah, before I went on, I kind of just did the whole, okay, I'll read my poems and time myself, and then I went, you know, around about 5 minutes, and I thought, cool, I'll whack in an intro and whack in an outro, and that should be about it, and then I'll run off stage.
The theme of the night is multicultural writers, which is one of the things we tried to do with this festival, is get some writers that we don't normally hear. So it's one of the reasons we're doing the drug reading, because, you know, so many people take drugs but we never talk about it, never tell about it.
Right.
Same with the older person's reading we had last week. And then with the Fruit Cocktail, we've got multicultural writers. So we've got people like Algerian rappers, we have, who else? We have Greek, Chinese, Malaysian, Aboriginal, incredible range of...
And Tony Ayres is performing. He's a filmmaker. He's filmed it very well at the Berlin Festival.
That's right.
Recently, a film about beat culture.
That's right.
I think it was.
Yeah. Tony's read a lot of our readings.
I see. How fascinating. We can never get him in front of the camera, just for the record.
Well, we can take the cameras along.
Yeah, look, it all sounds really fascinating. I applaud you. It's the 5th word is out, predominantly at Barracuda, is that right?
Yeah.
This little pamphlet will be floating around, so you might be able to see it.
Hi, how you doing? Okay, we're heading towards the De Graves underpass because there's an art exhibit there called The Thin Line. Now behind me you can see Flinders Street Station. We're in De Graves Street, and just down here you'll see there's some stairs and it heads down to the underpass. So let's go down there and have a look, because there's some really cool stuff down here. Now in a lot of these things you have to look quite carefully, because quite often a lot of the nicest points are in the background. In fact here, if you look at the top of the picture, there's a large bomb. Pink Melbourne Tower, we've got Pope's Dykes. Well, the Thin Line, we don't really know exactly whether they're straight, heterosexual or whatever, but there's a woman with large breasts and a dog, so I reckon she's probably a dyke. Got the skyline in the background. This one, I like it. I just don't get it. Wow, it's actually, I'm just really amazed. And this is so cool because it's like queer art in a straight space. And we had some like sort of straight boys coming down here before, and we went, "Puff the faggot," and it was the reaction was amazing. Butch, active, insertive, vertical, higher, beat, hard, dry, full, impenetrable, closed, strong, loud, dark, masculine, science, technology, culture, city, male. Words. Foot, coupe, and fire truck. Definitely a good one. It kind of reminds me of like Barbie's Apple. And this is one of my favorites actually. I like the sort of pen with the in plug and the out plug, this plug and booth, and it's harsh, but I think it says something. T-shirts for every occasion. These are great. Cocksucker, faggot, homo, deviant, shirtless, the woolly wolfed up there. Hello, pork burglar, Nancy boy. Sure, man, what is who, fag and berry? I want to wear these. Where can I buy these? This one's actually really quite enigmatic. You probably won't see it that well on camera because you actually look through the words to whole bunch of images, and it's very 3D. I kind of feel like I need my glasses. She's doing something rude. This one's called Bouquet, and it's white satin ties. I think, well, to me it really connotes like wedding and sort of, gay people maybe getting married, maybe in the future. As long as they don't try to shove it down our throats, that would be really great. Now this is one that particularly interests me because it uses the phrase, I don't care what they do in the privacy of their own homes. But what they're actually doing is wrestling, and it's that sort of 1950s beefcake sort of pictorial where they weren't allowed to show men, or women actually, kissing. But what they could do is wrestle naked. So personally, I'm getting myself some oil. And if you look in the background actually, you'll see that in the picture there's two women. Is that it? Hang on, there's more at Spencer Street Station. Well, actually, this is just a little preview because this is actually going all the way through to the end of February, and we'll try and get some of the artists in. We missed them today because of the Met, but I've got my ticket, and I'm going to go to Spencer Street. I'm out of here.